I wrote a song, guys. What I want is to be a Caucasian. What I need is to be a Caucasian. And all I'm asking is for white privileges, just a little bit. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna give you too much.
Another day, another cringy racist who thinks black people can't be racist while being totally racist themselves. Someone just kill me. Hey everyone, and welcome to Wrecked Wednesdays, the day of the week I remind myself I have a small but very hopeful chance of dying from a vending machine. Today we are going to be looking at a racist guy who thinks black people can't be racist. Yeah, well, you guys want to hear a joke? Black people can't be racist. Let's get on with this cringe fest.
Yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Spence Taylor here once again. And a lot of you guys know me because I'm always trying to fight against racism and uplift my black people. But with so many ignorant people in this world, it gets pretty stressful. Like, I'm stressed as hell. And on top of that, black people are being killed by cops at disproportionate rates, and nobody cares.
Well, you're right about one thing. Blacks are killed at a disproportionate rate. Only by other black people. When it comes to cops killing people, it seems like everyone is currently suffering from that. However, what really bothers me with this whole thing he just said is that no one cares. What are you, living under a freaking rock, dude? Anytime a black person is shot by the police, it makes national headlines, people riot, people loot stores and burn their cities to the ground. Even if the person shot was a criminal with a gun charging the police, it still makes national headlines and causes a national uproar. So give me a break with that whole no one cares bullcrap.
Being a black man in America is just not safe anymore, so I decided that it's easier for me just to give up. So I'm officially Caucasian, yeah.
And then he jumps into this extremely racist skit, putting flour on his face or whatever, doing whiteface. But that's totally okay, everybody, because remember, he can't be racist.
I decided that the white way is the right way. And it's not just about changing my physical appearance. Like, I've adopted the Caucasian lifestyle, let me tell you. I'm committed to this. Like, I no longer season my chicken, and I've even taught myself how to dance off beat.
Someone please just end my suffering. Look, I get he's trying to be funny, alright? I get it. But just imagine for 1 second that a white person were to do, oh, I don't know, blackface? The entire world would have a conniption. Every little YouTube hero would probably flag the video to the grave. And I mean, if you're a white person doing blackface, you are the most racist bigot. You might as well just join the KKK and start burning the crosses, wearing your Confederate flag.
Like, I must admit, being Caucasian comes with some great perks and great privileges. Like, all my interactions with cops have been pretty friendly for the most part.
Start taking notes, white trash. Your encounters with police are pretty friendly for the most part. All thanks to, you guessed it, our white privilege. That's why 494 white people have been killed by the police. That's why this white kid was tasered for so long he suffered brain damage. But hey, thank goodness for my white privilege. All my police encounters, they're just great.
When I was black, I had to deal with generalizations and negative stereotypes perpetuated by society so strong and ingrained they believed that they were fact.
Yeah, kind of like the negative stereotype perpetuated by society that everyone believes to be fact currently. You know, the stereotype that all white people are racist. Heard of it?
As a Caucasian male, I can scream things like, get over slavery, get over Jim Crow, get over the redlining of districts, even though it affects black people till today. Get over it.
Alright, I don't know any white people that laugh like that. I mean, I'm not friends with any witches that are cackling like that, but can you just stop with that cringy little cackle you keep doing there, dude? And I don't think people are screaming to just get over it, but what happened, although horrible, is in the past. This country has worked for years to try and improve what happened. I guess a lot of people aren't necessarily saying get over it, but simply asking a question. How long do we need to dwell on something that happened in the past until we can allow ourselves to move on as a nation?
As a Caucasian, I'm privileged not to be affected by systematic racism. In fact, I can act like I'm colorblind and act like it doesn't exist. Racism, where? No, where is it? No, I don't, no, it doesn't exist. No, where is it?
Systematic racism doesn't exist. If it did, how come black people are able to succeed in this country? How come we have a black president and black women in Congress? Where's the systematic racism holding them down? Systematic racism is nothing but an excuse for someone not to take responsibility for their personal failures. If you truly want to succeed in this country, you absolutely can. And secondly, you don't want us to be all obsessed with race because, you know, then we'd be racist. But then when we try to look past color and see people for people, not for their color, we're being colorblind, which is totally racist. You just can't win with these retards.
I'm on my way to protest and I even got my sign here. Like, check it out. Wait, oops. Wait, something's wrong here. Oopsie, alrighty, there we go, much better.
I love how when people say Black Lives Matter, they quickly jump in and remind you that doesn't mean white lives don't matter. But then he just assumes that when people say all lives matter, we're crossing black people off. We're saying black lives don't matter. Last I checked, black people are valid lives who fall under the all lives matter category. Getting offended by someone saying all lives matter is almost the same as saying black people aren't valid lives. And secondly, if you looked at the data I showed previously, you'd see that everyone is suffering from police brutality, so I'd say all lives matter is a valid and necessary response.
So I'm out there smoking some marijuana with a couple of my black friends. Yeah, I have black friends. I have two. I'm not racist, I have two black friends, guys.
What are you talking about, you freaking dolt? Having black friends does make you not racist. Racist people don't hang out with black people. I think having black friends is very strong proof that someone's not racist. What more do you want?
And so we're done smoking our marijuana, and then we drive off in separate cars, and then I see police lights coming. But I didn't flinch 1 second because I know that black people have a 30% more chance of being pulled over by the cops. So I was fine. I just drove off, and I did not get pulled over. They were stopped, and I drove basking in my white privilege. Yeah!
Alright, now I've got to give credit where it's due. This appears to be the only time he's actually right. Black people do get pulled over more often than white people. However, that doesn't excuse the fact that this video is still incredibly racist, does nothing but hurt race relations between white and black people, and lastly, black people getting pulled over more, that's not white people's fault. Listen, I'm aware there are still race issues within this country, alright? I'm not denying that. However, blaming white people for that, dressing up with whiteface, and making fun of white people isn't helping anything. It makes you look completely ignorant.
So in conclusion, it's pretty obvious that I'm
a freaking racist. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Wednesday and Friday. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.